Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. This is absolutely hilarious. I mean, you can't make this up. I am going to post a video this weekend talking about how if I was to design an event to maximize the enjoyment of players in this game, I would design an event based like the Omega Days event. I think whoever designed this at Kabam needs to be promoted to the head of marketing or the head of promotions, or maybe they already are. You give people an incentive to open crystals, which even though they have not been kind to me, they've been very kind to a lot of you out there. And it's RNG dependent. It's all by chance. And normally this would be the event. You would just get to open a bunch of crystals, and maybe, just maybe, you would get something lucky in return. Some sort of something. But that is not the case right now. That is not the case at all. The case is, quite frankly, insane in the best possible circumstance that by opening RNG, you get guaranteed value. By spending cash on gambling, you get a sure thing. Because every one of these, other than the 7-star crystal, but at least, like, yes, you get to gamble more, but at least it's a guaranteed 7-star. Eventually, for those of you that qualify, and I realize not everybody does, you get to claim something like this. You get to claim a 7-star crystal. So this is the best event we've ever seen. And normally, with whale holidays or special events, there's nothing else going on. Now, it was really fascinating, and I heard some complaints from people that said, Prof, I could only afford one or the other. And that's why I made a video, if you missed it, talking about the best value for your $100. And I actually was in the minority because instead of buying a guaranteed 7-star, if you could only afford one, I still think the early access bundle for the most important champion we've seen in 2024 so far, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, is the best value for your money, especially because they're now Valiant crystals, not Paragon crystals with 5 to 7 stars. That's just like slid into that in the last couple of days. But overall, this is the event, right? This is the event going on. We've got the Omega Days event, of course, until you realize that Kabam doesn't want to code and stop the offers. So you're telling me that instead of buying an Omega Days crystal for 300 units and contributing to this incredible guaranteed value, we're still going to put out $25 offers that give you 1,000 Titan Crystal Shards and 4 Valiant Crystals. This is a C-level offer on a normal, non-special holiday offer week. This is something that I'd say, okay, they're going to be about $5 to $6 a pop, and you get 1,000 bonus Titan Crystal Shards, and you're probably going to get 3 5-stars and a 6-star. I doubt a 7-star because they're not even the 3% drops. They're 2.5%. Why they would bust an average offer out during the greatest offer week we've ever seen is hilarious and makes no sense. This makes 0 sense. So just kind of laugh and shake your head. Because if you're going to spend cash, duh, do it on more Omega Days crystals. Do it on things that you can actually get unit cash back. If you buy those offers, you don't get anything back. Whereas this, you literally get cash back in the form of not just literal units, but 7-star shards and 7-star crystals and rank up gems and awake, like all these incredible things. And I know not everybody watching this is Valiant or Paragon, and so your progression is different, but it's still a much better value for your cash than today. And look, I'm not trying to find a reason to be Mr. Negative. I know every time I'm critical of Kabam, there are people out there who say, oh, this guy is still making YouTube videos complaining about things. I love this event. I want it to come back. I'm already excited for the next one. I don't want to just complain for the sake of complaints. But when you have A+ values next to, on a good day, C values, it's just unnecessary. And it makes the players think you're trying to get greedy. And that's also the complaint from yesterday. Why are we doing this early access bundle the same time as this? Why not delay it a week? Well, it's the normal Kabam schedule. The first Thursday of new content, the day after new content gets released, the first early access bundle hits. It's been that way for months. They're not going to change the Friday weekend bundle schedule or the early access bundle, even though people are spending thousands and they've got to be making as much money from this as anything all week. I would argue that this is a way better structure than spring cleaning. My goodness. In fact, if there are people who spent money on spring cleaning, they're like, can I get that money back to spend on this event? It's way better. And I didn't think it was going to be way better. I didn't think it was going to be worth it, and I was wrong. And I love being wrong because that means I learned how to be a better person and how to be a smarter person. And if you're never wrong, you can't improve because you're already at some unrealistic AI genius level. And that sure as heck's never going to be me. Final thing. I love doing this. And this summer I get to do this a lot more. I'm going to have my broadcast be closer to an hour now than half an hour because it's the summer. I don't have to teach for 3.5 months. And I just want to continue to hang out with this amazing community more. And I am turning my YouTube donations now into a foundation where, especially in my hometown of New Mexico, where inflation has hit that town worse than any place I know. 87% poverty rate for kids that can't afford to live in a place that generations have grown up. I'm going to now use a huge portion, that's not going to Uncle Sam or this game, of my YouTube donations and revenue to just give back. I'm 36. I am not a millionaire. I'm not even 100,000-aire at this point. But you do not have to be rich to give back. And this YouTube channel has given me more disposable income, and I've spent 5 to 6 years saving up to buy my fiance and her kids a house that they can live rent-free. And if they want to pay anything, it's just toward the equity of the house. And so she's taken care of. My mom is taken care of. I don't need anything else, except now to spend my life being so thankful and grateful that I pay it forward. Because you all didn't watch average gameplay from an average-looking 4 to not have your kindness and trust be rewarded from anything besides the very best I can do for your generosity. So thank you for continuing to keep this channel going. It is a breath of fresh air to be at the summer. It's like my soul is back. I can spend more time on this game and not do 20-minute broadcasts. I can even do broadcasts across the pond to connect to people in Germany and other places that I got to connect with on Wednesday. So let's do more of that this summer, have some fun, and really impact this world for the better as a channel. Y'all are the best. Thanks for always making my day better.